crispy.
Y'all, welcome back to another episode of Figures in Action. And today we have a smaller project. Well, I don't know if it's smaller. Let me turn on the lights. Turn on these lights. You guys had a chance to see this light on. I can now turn it off. And let's get Bullseye back up. Bullseye in his suit, looking at his tie and upset because he got some coffee on it or some shit. Anyway, alright, so what do we have here? I was contacted a while back about somebody just wanting an alleyway, and one of the things that they wanted is they wanted kind of a hole kind of coming through one of the walls, and they wanted I think they wanted a graded door. They just wanted to look, you know, an outdoor alleyway type of dial. So we figured everything out, and this is the end result. So first and foremost, this dial officially is let me see, it is 16 inches across, it is 12 inches tall, and it is 11 inches deep. And so the materials real quick. So insulation foam board, first and foremost, which is what I usually use. Is the stuff that you can find at either, Home Depot or Lowe's. And I usually get the 2x2 sheets. That's what I've been getting now for some years now. I've in the beginning I used to get the 8x2, the 8 feet tall, 2 feet wide sheets. Then I started noticing that they would be a little bit warped, so I started getting the 2x2. And for the most part, that's what I get these days. Some of the other materials that I use here, this is Basswood. This is actually Basswood. And I trimmed this here, those two pieces, just because I wanted to give it a little more color than what was there before I put these two pieces. It was just kind of this border. So I added this and kind of wrapped it around the corner there as well, and painted it like in a Granny Smith, I think is the name of the color, which is kind of cool. This is just a piece of insulation, you know, kind of carved that out, put a couple pieces of toothpicks, and then what I did is I kind of did a little notch on both of them, so it kind of just gives it the look of a hinge, and then kind of used a pen to kind of give it the round little circle there, a circular thing there. And there was another piece there, I think it was like a thumb drive, so I kind of put that there to just square that away. So a lot of times, you know, when I'm building, I look for things that are around my desk or around me to help indent certain pieces. So in this case, this was indented. This was you know, used the X-Acto blade and just opened it up with a pencil. This is just a silver straw that I had, and that's just a foam sheet that's just wrapped around there. This is a LED light that I got from Dollar Tree. The lights that we normally use, I haven't found them in some time, so I'm using this kind of a different light. But it works well. It's fine, and it kind of has a switch on the side. A little bit bigger than the other one. I like this one as well. What I did is I spray painted it in chrome, or that hammer, metallic or hammered chrome, or hammered silver, whatever it's called, by Rust-Oleum. And just took this piece, carved it out, made it look like, you know, something someone kind of ripped through it. Actually just took a picture of one of the members of the wrecking crew kind of hitting Iron Man and coming through this wall. This stuff here, I just laid it on there. So this stuff is not permanent. This stuff is permanent. So what I'll do is I'm going to add like a bag of this stuff here. Or put whatever's on here, put it in a little baggie and send it his way so that he can put it where he wants to. I was going to glue it down, but I think sometimes if you do too much of, you know, if you glue too many pebbles or too many things on the main floor where these action figures are supposed to be standing up, it's tougher to balance them. So a lot of times I like to leave like just blank spaces so that there's space so you can pose your figures and stand them up, and it won't be a challenge as to try to balance them on something like this, where this is permanent. After I finished this dial, actually, it was interesting because, and real quick, these are just, people ask me all the time, like, where do you get your signs? Basically, I just look up alleyway signs or whatever I'm looking for in particular, like a no loitering sign, and when they come up, what I do is I copy the picture and then I paste it onto Publisher, which is just a Microsoft, not a fancy program at all. It's just Publisher, and what I do is I shrink it, or I kind of crop it down so it fits into the scale that I'm looking for. So, you know, you can get everything. For example, this is just you know, no trespassing. It kind of gives you all the no mopeds, no dumping, no loitering, no beverages, no this, no that. Then we have a do not block driveway, 24 access required. Added the light in the back of the light. I added like a piece of kind of a piece of plastic, and then I spray painted that, and then I kind of, and this is just kind of put in there with that stake, and it kind of goes in there and pretty solid. These are just pieces of insulation foam, and this is just I've shown you guys this before, the textured sand that comes in this little tube that you can get over, this little bottle you can get at AC Moore, and you know, again, this is all permanent, and this is the stuff that, you know, you can kind of put wherever you want. Put some stains as if cars had oil leaks. And then going back to this, originally, once I finish this, a lot of times people will ask me for a piece, and then after they get the piece, they'll they'll realize that they didn't think everything through. So for example, if I just get you this piece here and I don't add this red floor, then now you have to find something to match this height. So you may have to go find some foam board. You're gonna have to paint it so that it's just not this green or this pink foam board. So as I finish this up, that hit me real quick that I'm pretty sure it's the first time this guy's getting a dial, so I'm pretty sure he didn't think that through in terms of, well, what happens on the other side of this broken door. So at the very least, now he has a floor that he can just kind of place there, and this isn't magnetized or anything like that. It's just this extra piece. It took me a couple of minutes to create and paint and so forth, so easy enough. And then again, he's able to get a floor on the other side of that. And then in this case, what I did is I just used poster board and foam board, kind of became that corner. So photographers, action figure photographers, just know that you don't necessarily always need a complete dial or just a set of dials or a row of dials. In this case, if you're taking a picture at this angle, that just looks like a room, when in reality it's just this is foam, the foam sheets, and this is just a poster board. And if you look at it from this angle, it just looks like it's a white room on the other side. So, you know, that'll be a good thing for Angel is the name of this particular person who's getting this dial. So Angel, so that's a good tip for kind of completing that and not having to pay for another dial, create anything else. You can just put, again, this is poster foam board, not poster board, this is foam board, and it's just, you know, usually it's one color on one side and then white on the other side. This is what I usually use to make dials and for photography as well. So that back sheet is one of these, and then this is just, again, just poster board. And I kind of taped it up there at the top. Alright, man, so just want to share this dial with you, and this is it. I used a little bit of this golden sunset to kind of create that rust a little bit there as well, and that was a pretty basic paint. Did a little different on the brick, actually. Normally I just do either kind of a white grout or gray. I went with gray, and then I used white for some of the spots, and I think it just kind of gives it that feel of it being weathered, you know, been being out there a pretty long time in terms of this alleyway existing and that building existing, and some of the wear and tear that happens on brick and mortar. You know, brick is a very porous type of stone, and over time it just starts to kind of disintegrate with the weather. Alright, y'all, and I will show some pictures at the end of the video, and I am out. Peace. Oh, wait. Magnetized here. Magnetized back here. And that's what it looks like when it's all together. And again, just easy to ship, easy to store when you're not using it anymore. And I'm out. Peace.